Hi, and thanks for joining me for this music quiz. I've got 20 questions for you today about music from the 60s and 70s, and the theme is that they all have a colour in the answer. So the colour might be in the name of the band or a song. How the quiz works is I'll ask the question, give you a bit of time to answer, then move on to the next question. Once I've asked all 20 questions, I'll go through the answers with you, so it's a relaxed pub-style quiz. If you're ready, grab yourself a pen and paper, and let's get quizzing. Question 1. Which song did Tony Bennett have a hit with in 1951 that was re-recorded by Bobby Vinton in 1963? Question 2. Which English rock band released studio albums The Dark Side of the Moon 1973 and The Wall in 1979? Question 3. What is the name of the song written by Richard Lee and released by American country music singer Crystal Gayle in June 1977? Question 4. Which Rolling Stones song was released as a single in May 1966 and spent 2 weeks at number 1 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and 1 week at number 1 on the record retailer chart in the UK? Question 5. Which English rock band, formed in 1968 and considered to be among the pioneers of heavy metal and modern hard rock, released albums including Fireball and Made in Japan? Question 6. What is the name of the 7th studio album, released in October 1975 by Elton John, that contained hits including Candle in the Wind and Saturday Night's Alright for Fighting? Question 7. What is the name of the song that was a hit for Frida Payne in 1970 that has been covered by singers including Belinda Carlisle and Bonnie Tyler? Question 8. What is the name of the song released in 1966 by Scottish singer-songwriter Donovan that reached number 2 in the USA and number 8 in the UK? Question 9. What is the name of the British rock group founded in London in 1966 that consisted of bassist Jack Bruce, guitarist Eric Clapton and drummer Ginger Baker? Question 10. Which 1970 Joni Mitchell song was inspired by a trip to Hawaii and became an environmental anthem criticising deforestation and pesticide use? Question 11. Which song by the Beatles featured on the 1966 album Revolver and was written as a children's song? Question 12. Which song, written by Grace Slick and recorded by Jefferson Airplane, draws on imagery from Lewis Carroll's books Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass? Question 13. Which Electric Light Orchestra song that featured on their 1977 album Out of the Blue was re-recorded and released in 2012 by writer Jeff Lynne? Question 14. Which American rock band, formed in 1967, had mainstream success with songs including The Reaper and Godzilla? Question 15. Which Neil Diamond song that appears on his 1967 album Just For You was also covered by UB40? Question 16. Which song, written by Peter Green, first appeared as a single for his band Fleetwood Mac in 1968 and was released as the first single from Santana's album Abraxas? Question 17. Which band did Ozzy Osbourne co-found in 1968? Question 18. Which song did David Soul reach the top of the UK chart with in October 1977? Question 19. Which song written by Joe Rapso and originally performed by Jim Henson is considered the signature song of Kermit the Frog? And finally, question 20. An English rock band with a colour in its name released a song with a colour in its name in 1967. Can you name the band and the song? And those are all 20 questions for you. Feel free to give me a pause if you need any extra thinking time. And when you're ready, let's get going with those answers. Question 1. Blue Velvet. Question 2. Pink Floyd. Question 3. Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue. Question 4. Paint It Black. Question 5. Deep Purple. Question 6. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, which was also a hit single for Elton John. Question 7, Band of Gold. Question 8, Mellow Yellow. Question 9, Cream. Question 10, Big Yellow Taxi. Question 11, Yellow Submarine. Question 12, White Rabbit. Question 13, Mr. Blue Sky. Question 14, Blue Oyster Cult. Question 15, Red Red Wine. Question 16, Black Magic Woman. Question 17, Black Sabbath. Question 18, Silver Lady. Question 19, Being Green or It Ain't Easy Being Green. And finally, question 20, the band was the Moody Blues and the song was Nights in White Satin. Time for you to add up those answers and do let me know in the comments how you did. I hope you enjoyed the quiz, and thank you to anyone who's already subscribed for joining me again. And if you haven't subscribed, I'd love for you to join the channel. If there are any subjects you'd like me to do a quiz on, do let me know in the comments, and I hope to see you here again soon. Take care and bye for now.